Hello my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me. And the ways you can support my channel: like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe so I can appease the mighty algorithm and be seen by more people, and hopefully help someone to make a decision either way on a deck, or hit the notification bell when you would like to be notified of when I put a new video out. And I hope that you are all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. So we have the Cirque du Tarot. I hope I said that right. And it was created by Lisa Robinson, and it was illustrated by Josh Tufts. And it was published by Llewellyn, December of 2021. And at that time it retailed for $31.99, and I'm sure it's a little bit cheaper now. The box itself is 8 1/4 height, across is 5 1/2, and the width is almost 2 inches. And title stackability, they have the title on all the sides but the bottom. And it is a magnetic box. And on the back of it, we have a tarot extravaganza that dazzles and delights. Roll up, come see the greatest tarot circus on earth. This Rider-Waite-Smith deck showcases the excitement and the illusion of the big top, along with all the behind-the-scenes intrigue. This richly illustrated suit cards are cleverly comprised of clockwork machines, balancing blades, water acrobatics, and blazing fire dancers, making this deck the perfect choice for tarot readers who are drawn to the magic and mystery of the Ringmaster's mystical domain. And then you have your teaser cards. Okay, and then when you open it up, you have this lovely picture. I do believe this is the Hermit. And you have your ribbon, and it pulls out the lovely guidebook. And we will explore this one after we look at the cards. And it helps to pull your cards out with the ribbon. And then you have some artwork of another one of the cards. And the insert does come out. So if it does start to wear and tear, you can remove it if you'd like. So you do have that option. And Lisa has come out with other decks, the Mermaid Tarot, the Soul Cats Tarot, and the one that I do have of hers is the Animal Totem Tarot. And I did do a video on this one, so if you want to look on my playlist, it should be there. Okay, so the cards themselves are height-wise a little bit smaller, as you can see, about 1/4 inch. So they are 4 1/2 height-wise, and across is 2.75. And the width of the deck is about 1 inch. And reversals, if you use them, they won't be revealed. Okay, so this deck basically follows the Rider-Waite-Smith, has the 78 cards, and it has all of the suits, the swords, the wands, the pentacles, and the cups. They've kept the court cards. They are all the same as well. And the major arcana, they have not done anything to change any of that. So, on all of my tarot videos, I do a side-by-side with the Rider-Waite-Smith. So you can kind of gauge if you've been using the Rider-Waite-Smith and you're looking for a new deck, or maybe you're just looking to add one to your collection. All right, so let's do a side-by-side comparison. And I love this little guy at the bottom there trying to imitate the strong man. He's so cute. And I really, yeah, this deck grew on me. I was a little bit hesitant on getting it, but I really have come to love this deck. The artwork is what I really like the most. It just grew on me. But that is my opinion. Yeah, I really love this Hermit card. Yeah. And I couldn't find any other thing from Josh, any other decks or anything that he's illustrated. And that's kind of sad because I really like his illustrations. Okay, that is the Major Arcana. And next we will move on to the swords. And the swords, their theme is like a nightmare dreamy like. They basically did a kind of like a color theme to each suit. And since the swords have to do with the intellect and your mind, it would make sense. Alright, and the court cards. The pages are a little bit different, but from what I understand, the theme behind the page is they are preparing for the possibilities, and it's the starting point. And pages are like that. Pages, to me, and this is how I see it, the pages are like the aces. They're the beginning of your development. You always have to start somewhere. So that's basically, I guess, the way that they did the pages in this deck. And the knights, little disappointed in how they did the knights, because it's just a person. That's pretty much it. And the only way you can tell that this is the swords is the little swords things on that. They didn't do much with the knights. Kind of disappointed. But that's just my opinion. And then we have the queen, which is, you can tell it's the Queen of Swords. And did the same thing with the king. Alright, so that is basically the sword suit. And then we have the cups. And in the cups, they went with like watery themes and colors. Okay, and then we have the court cards. And you've got the color, and the outfit has changed, but still the same. And then we have the Knight of Cups in the outfit. And really the only way that you can tell that this is a cup card is it's just got the symbol of the cup right there. But other than that, if you didn't have this, you really wouldn't know. Yeah, so like I said, disappointed in the Knights. I just wish they would have done a little bit extra with that suit. Or not suit, but those court cards. Alright, so next we have the wands. And they have the theme of smoke and fire, which is akin to the wands. Passion is pretty much the theme of the wands. So it would make sense. Okay, so we have the last suit, which is the Pentacles, and they kind of went with earthy colors, but this is supposed to be the behind the scenes kind of theme. Do admit I had to consult the guidebook on some of these cards. I did try and sit with them and try to figure out what they were going for with the card, and I admit sometimes I was stumped at some of them, but that's okay. I mean, that happens to everybody when you're learning a new deck and stuff like that. Because sometimes I'll stare at a card and go, brain fart. And then I'll read it and I go, oh, okay, now I can see it, you know. Okay. And that is the deck itself. And the cards themselves, they are high glossy, as you can see, and they are flexible. They are bendy. So I think they'll last. They should be able to last you for a while. All right, let's check out this beautiful guidebook. All right, on the back, open the curtain on Cirque du Tarot. The circus is an enigmatic, oh my god, zone of illusion, mystery, and sleight of hand. The Cirque du Tarot is designed to be a special circus extravaganza that will show you where you have been, where you are, and where you are going. This guidebook has 5 acts, an intermission, and an encore. You will discover the major arcana, the major characters of the show, both on stage and off. You will explore the 4 suits and learn how to prepare yourself for readings. Author Lisa Robinson also includes several spreads designed specifically for this deck. Seeking the Spotlight, 7-Day Show, spread for being part of the troupe, and the Stage Fright spread. Within these pages, you will also learn how 4 members of the troupe transform from page to knight to queen and king right before your eyes. A delightful trick illustrating the beguiling notion that in the circus as life, things aren't always as they seem. Yeah, basically how they did the court cards also is you see the person, you don't know if it's male or female, and they are getting ready for their costume, and then they become the knight, and then they basically add a little bit of makeup or whatnot and then transform into the queen, and then they put a mustache, and now they are the king of pentacles, which is a pretty interesting thing because it's like I think people go through that in their life in general. They start off as pages, they move up to knights, you know, it's the 4 stages, and the kings are just mastery of that particular area. So that was it was interesting that they did that. Okay, so you have your picture of some more art, and then we have the author and illustrator. A little bit about those guys, and then you have more of the cover and some other books by Lisa or decks. I'm sure she's got more by now. It's been a few years. And then a dedication. And you have your acknowledgement page. And then we have the content page. And we have welcome to the show. And it's the same thing, kinda. It's a little bit like the back of the book of the deck. Kinda roll up, come see the greatest show. Yeah, it's got a little bit of the same, but you can pause that and read that. At your leisure, and then kind of introducing you to the deck. And then we have the playbill, and then we have setting the stage, how to do a reading with your new cards. And I always look at that section that they put in to the guidebook as suggestions, because that is basically a personal thing, and you'll read the cards as how you are comfortable with. But I always like to read it because there might be something that, hey, spice it up a little bit, change it up. Okay, and then we have a part 1. And part 1 just consists of your environment. If you want to add a reading cloth or a candle or incense or your crystals, or adding herbs, just setting up the stage, as we can say. Part 2 is basically getting your stage ready. Calming yourself, getting into a good frame of mind, gathering questions, because as in tarot, the question is pretty much how the reading is going to go. And as anybody who's done tarot, you realize it's never yes or no questions that you should be asking because tarot is not straightforward. And so then we do some extra questions you can ask for a past, present, future spread, which is nice. I always like to get new things to ponder over that I hadn't thought of before. And apparently they suggest the cards are face up, but that is totally up to you. Some people don't like reversals, and some people feel like that is just a part of the reading, the good with the bad. And if you've done reversals, you know that reversals are not always bad. It's just how you perceive it. Okay. And then we go on to part 3, and this is basically after you're done with your reading, how you can pack things up. However you end your reading, you thank your spirit guide, cleanse the air or your cards, put it in a box or something like that, so goes into that. And then we have the majors, the greatest show on earth. And so this one is different. They have an ally and a challenger. And I guess you can look at the challenger as reversal if you want. It's totally up to you. But basically this is pretty much how it is. The rest of the guidebook is you have the title, the number, and an ally and a challenger, and then you have the picture of the specific card, and you just go through. Okay, then we have the court cards. And then we have all of the pages. And like I said, same thing. You have your pages, your certain page, and the ally and the challenger. And then we have our knights. Then we have our queens. And then we have the kings. We have Act 2. Now we're going into the suits. And same thing. You have your name of your card and ally and challenger. cards. If I can get to it. Act 3 Wands. And Act 4, the Cups. And Act 5, the Pentacles. And then we have our Encore, which they have enclosed the spreads. And you have, I think I skipped a page. I did. Okay, Seeking the Spotlight spread. Stage Fright spread. And then the 7-day show. And Being Part of a Troupe spread. And then we have the finale. And if you want to contact Lisa, she has put some contact information there. Alright, and that is that guidebook. Alright, so shuffling it's pretty good because the cards are so bendy and flexible. Yeah, sometimes my hands will hurt from some of the decks because they're stiff or they're big. So if you're okay with doing regular tarot deck size cards, this one should be good. Depending on how you want to shuffle it. Alright, let's see. What message does somebody need to hear? Let's see who wants to pop up and say hello. Two of Pentacles. Alright. Okay. Ally. If you expanded on the gift you were given back at the Ace, then you might find yourself on your toes here in the Two of Pentacles. Gifts are multiplying, and so are the items on your to-do list. You may very well start to feel like the performer on the card, balancing movement, time, and resources, yet feeling like you're getting nowhere fast. This too is a gift, one for which you can only benefit from if you see it for what it is, temporary busyness. It is easy to get overwhelmed here at this stage of the game, just as it is easy to think there is no point to the part you are playing. Stick with it. It will pay off, and you will eventually stop running in place. Challenger. The lights are on you and only you. You are at the top of the stage, and all eyes watch your every move. This can be addictive. Being the center of attention can also be good for your ego, especially if you are one of those people who likes to be looked at. However, it is not so great if what you really want is progress. When you are stuck in the same place only because you like the way people treat you, you block yourself from receiving the gift that this card offers. This means you are being asked a very important question. Do you like to keep doing the same performance day in and day out, or would you like to move on to the next part of the show? Only you can make that call. Wow, nice message. So that is pretty much all I have for this deck. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Either way, I like to hear your guys' thoughts on decks. And if you own it, let me know what you think of it. But if you did buy it after seeing my video or putting it on your wish list, let me know that as well. I'm always interested. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with a future video. But until next time, Take care and goodbye, my dears.